Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is going to be the week 31 and 32 weekly wrap up. Okay, so we're doing a mid-August wrap up this time because I finally have a break in the summer schedule. Kiddo's getting ready to go back to school. He's going to high school. He's going to high school, and my mom made an impromptu trip to come see us. So she was here for like almost a week, and then my birthday, and then my old self forgot that I didn't have an extra week, and scheduled myself to do doubles my birthday week or my birth week. And I was super tired, so I was doing morning lessons and then afternoon camp, and some of them camp kids just have no home training, had absolutely no home training whatsoever. But I did receive some stuff, so let me grab that. So I received 2 Amazon packages that I know I didn't purchase because they were sent to the channel, my channel name, my channel address. So super excited to find out what someone sent me. I have a feeling it's like a birthday present from someone that has been with me for a while. Yes, it's from Jess. Love you, Jess. Thank you so much. This first package is, and I can't wait to find out what it is. It's a cute little box. Yay. Right here, let's find out what it is. Can you tell I was not prepared for this video? Luckily, I'm in my room that I will be going live my down week over on TikTok, doing some live sprints and probably reorganizing or just cleaning up, just chilling out down here. So, you know, if this goes out by then, you know, join me over there on TikTok during the day while kiddo is at school. And it says, we can't all be a princess. Someone has to clap as I go by. Yes, thank you, Jess. I love being a princess. Yes, thank you for that. Super cute. Love that. And then I got another. This note is also from Jess. Thank you. This makes my birthday oh so happy. So happy. There as well. I have been wanting these. These are super cute. Oh, and they're even more cute in person, or cuter in person. Is that how that's said? So, as you guys know, I still do tea videos. So these are some very pretty, colorful teaspoons that you use in your tea, and super cute. Oh my god, they're like all flowers. Oh, they're so much prettier in person. So yeah, I got flowers. There are 8 different flowers. So here's 4. You can see the pretty flower look of them. And then those 4. So cute. So very cute. Love them. And then there was a book in here as well. Oh, thank you. She got me Deliverance. It is part of the Salvation Society books. This one is written by Kimberly Knight. I want to collect all of the ones that I have read. I really enjoyed this book when I read it. the deliverance is about the action of being rescued or set free, and savior, a person who saves someone or something. Um, I love it. I love it. It's about a Navy SEAL and a woman, and yeah. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So there were some tea turtle t-shirts, because you guys know I'm addicted, right? That I had wanted. I ordered some, and then I didn't have them sent right away because I think one needed to be like printed or something like that, or it was like a pre-order, and it was like a cool birthday gift to myself, to have my tea turtle arrive. So we're gonna open those up. I totally did not realize that I bought all black t-shirts, but that's okay. So this one is, have you considered using common sense? Super cute, right? Love him. I love a grumpy bear. Then we have me, level 1, procrastination, level 342. Yes. Always. Don't know how much use I'm going to get out of this t-shirt here on the videos or anything like that, since I'm cutting back. But we have, this is my t-shirt. I mean, I do still get sips by, so I might wear it in that one. And then this was supposed to say something on it, I thought. Maybe not. But we have a dragon reading, a reading dragon. I could have swore it said something on it. I have to go look at my receipt. So I thought I always bought ones that had like sayings on them. I mean, I do have some dragon ones. And then it says, I don't like morning people or mornings or people. So there we go. Super cute. Love them. Let's get on to our views for week 31, July the 30th through August the 5th. I started the week by finishing The Way I Hate Him by Megan Quinn, placing this in Rockstar Rom-Com Romance. Even though it's not necessarily a rom-com, it definitely is a Rockstar, story, but not necessarily a rom-com. Giving it 4.5 stars, giving it 4.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ARC, and ended up waiting to get the audiobook because it just wasn't flowing. I am finding that Megan Quinn's books lately, I do better listening to them on audiobooks because a lot of the dialogue of the characters are intertwined inside the chapters and inside the books, and she is doing a lot of duet narration where the male, I think I'm saying this correct, but the male speaks all of the male narrator speaks all of the male dialogue and parts, no matter if it's different characters, what have you, but the men speak the men parts and the women speak the women parts, and I like that. So we have Hattie, we have Hayes. Starts off with a bang of Hayes getting some attention, yes, and then kind of figuring out that he doesn't actually want the attention, and his manager comes in and is like, hey, your grandma really needs you, she's dying and all kinds of things, right? But this is just the grandmother's way to get him back into their small town, or her small town, which happens to be a small town that is famous for almonds, or Almond Bay. And Hattie, her family lives there and is very connected to the town, but Hattie has had loss, and she failed out of her the semester that she was just attending for her master's program. So now she has to go back and repeat it. But does she really want to repeat it? She's really missing her sister. She's grieving. There are content warnings for loss, for grief, for family secrets, family dynamics. I guess you could call this a grumpy sunshine, but I didn't really find Hattie super sunshiny. We have brothers, ex best friend, town feuds, like family town feuds because it's a small town. Uh, Hayes has writer's block. He owes the record company a new record, and he can't find the inspiration. But then when Hattie comes back to town as well, surprises her boyfriend. Come to find out, is now going to be her ex-boyfriend, and the ex-boyfriend was actually Hayes's personal assistant, and he was stealing things from him. So we get all of this in like the first like one or two chapters, that Hattie cusses out the ex-boyfriend, goes and tell Hayes that he had been stealing from him, and he gets fired. So they're in this predicament where Hattie doesn't want to let her family know why she is back in town, but at the same time needs to do something, kind of find herself, and Hayes ends up blackmailing her into working for him. So their closeness and dynamics was very, very interesting. It's I think this is a book that's going to be better listened to than read with your eyes, because of the whole dialogue, and the narration is just chef's kiss, chef's kiss. The next book that I finished that week was Delta Force Security Mad Dog by Sonia B. This is a interracial romantic suspense, giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans, had it as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. This content warnings is sex trafficking, protective. Why can't I read my own writing? Protective family corruption. There is a little bit of urban speech from one of our characters. It's only used in one chapter of the book, but in that one chapter it is heavily used. And by urban speech, I'm talking about the N word. Other urban speech doesn't bother me. That word does. But it's the urban slang for that word. So it's not meant in a derogatory manner towards the Black community. It's how the Black community, I guess, uses it, whatever. Yeah, so that's there. So we have Mike, who is a prior special forces military guy. He runs a company. He has adoptive parents who are Black, which was like, loved it. Then we have Janae, who is a adult club manager, but also sort of the sounding board for the owner, and best friend of the owner. And when Mike goes in there with his team one night, it's an exclusive adult club, and he was like, I see you. I see you, and I believe you're going to be mine. She wasn't giving him any time of day, but the two of them end up courting each other, and she has some things that are going on with her family. She has a loss of her family, and she's dealing with that, so she's grieving in some ways, but at the same time she has or no no yes she has lost her family, because the sort of big brother that she has who uses the urban speech through the one chapter, I didn't particularly like him, and by the end of the book I was like, nah, I could do without him, but he's family. He is family. He's just trying to be family. So there's that. But overall, I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the romantic suspense aspects of it. I enjoyed Mike's interaction with Janae and how he pursued her. I was like, BDE, BDE, BDE. Yes, I'm here for it. Then the next book that I finished was Emotional Charades by Taylor Bianca B. Placing this in, so she places it in 3 different places. She places it in new adult, college romance, contemporary fiction, as well as contemporary romance. So let me finish the breakdown, right? So 4.25 stars, giving it 3 Steam fans. And actually, I'm being lenient with that 3 Steam fans because I don't necessarily feel like it was super spicy. I don't think it was super spicy. That's why I'm sort of giving it a 3. Had it on ebook through KU. This is a Black author. Also, this author is over on TikTok, which love her TikToks. This is the reason why I picked up the book in the first place. There is content warning for cheating, social experiments, and relationship experiment, or dynamics and experiment. Blech. So we have Rebecca, we have Eric, we have Christian. Rebecca and Eric have been dating for all the first. They met when they were like 8 and 10 years old, and they have been dating since then. Also, there is autism representation in this book as well, which was very interesting because there was a term that was used in here that I was just like, ugh, I cringed in each time that it was used. But later on in the story, it is explained why it shouldn't be used. And I was like, whew, I'm glad I don't have to knock things down on that. So, but I kept reading this after the cheating trope came up because it was so stinking messy. It was so damn messy that I just could not put it down. I was like, I gotta know what's going on. I wanted to slap Rebecca sometimes. I wanted to like choke out freaking Eric sometimes. And Christian pissed me off with the ending. And I was just like, ah. So this story revolves around them and how they interact with each other. And I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say it's messy. It is so super, super messy. Then to finish off that week, I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. Yeah, Jenny Han, right? Mm-hmm. This is a YA contemporary. This is a reread for me. I'm still giving it 4 stars. For some reason, my Goodreads got rid of my first review for it, and I do not remember what I wrote for it. So hopefully you saw it before I accidentally erased it. Excuse me. 2 stars or 2 Steam fans had it as an audiobook. I'm rereading it because one of my son's friends is reading it. I loaned her one of my Kindles, and because she likes to read, and we're reading together. So there is that. Alrighty, so week 32, August the 6th through August the 12th, was somehow or another a massive reading week, guys. So first book that I finished was Toad, Sin City MC Oakland by Dari McCoy. This is an interracial motorcycle MC novella, and 4.5 stars. 3.5 Steam fans had this as an ARC. I don't think it has released yet, but when it does, y'all need to go jump on this. But before you get to this one, you can always go and read the rest of the Oakland Sin City MC Oakland books. They're on KU. I'm eating those up. And this is a Black author. There are content warnings for fast pace, major BDE, kismet situations, stalker. There's a stalker involved in this one. So we have Frog, or Xavier, who is part of the MC. He is the MC Sergeant at Arms, and Esmeralda, who is a forensic dentist and works for a company. They are in Oakland, and she comes to his gym that he runs for the MC, and her friend introduces them, and their sparks are flying from their first meeting, and there is pursuit, there is capture, there is protection, there is big dick energy that was just like, mwah. I loved it. I can't wait to read the rest of the series from all the other authors and see how they kind of flow together. There was only one requirement, from what I'm understanding, is that, or there was only a few requirements for the series, so they may not connect, which is just fine with me. I can't wait to find out how they kind of, you know, work together. They work together. The next book that I finished was Pleasure, which is K&K Matchmaking Agency by Nicoya Zhang. This is a interracial novella, giving it 4.5 stars, giving it 4.5 Steam fans. Had this as an arc. This is a Black author. So we have Jonah. We have, what is her name? Bronte. Bronte. Okay. So the two of them knew each other when they were in high school. Bronte is this big, successful businesswoman that is slipped a black card. So people, it's like this exclusive matchmaking agency. You go in, you do a survey, and you get to have your fantasy fulfilled. You don't know what's going on sometimes, but you answer the questions and things like that, and you're matched. So she's matched with Jonah. Jonah is another like billionaire guy that likes to control things. And when the two of them meet initially, you don't know that they are connected in any way. Jonah likes to control things. Bronte wants an experience where she is blindfolded and she gives up control in a controlled setting, you know, with someone experienced when it comes to control. They are matched. When he walks in and sees that it's Bronte, he is taken back to his high school, I believe it's high school, maybe college years, for the one that got away. And he wants to continue with the setting, but then he's like, that would be wrong. That would be like the breach of trust, because he does know her. She wanted a stranger to give that control away to, but a stranger that was experienced. So he stops the scene, and they walk downstairs, they get a drink, and they catch up and find out that they had feelings. They had feelings back then, and they just never acted on them. And now they're in the perfect setting to do that. And I really enjoyed it. The next book that I finished was First Love, which is Best of Him, #2 by Mila Hunt. This is a billionaire romance. Giving it 3 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. This is a Black love story. I wasn't all that into this story, but I'm a completist and I want to finish the series because, once again, we have some topics that are just like, it's not really miscommunication, but at the same time, it's like, just open your damn mouths. Like, seriously. So we have Shade, who is a sex worker. She runs her own business, and she is an escort. That's what she does. She is a sex worker. Gabe was a former client of hers, and she had vowed never to date a client. However, Gabe is best friends with one of her connections that's not a client, that helps her out. And when they're at that person's wedding, which is the couple from the first book, so when they're at that wedding, or that planning for the wedding, that proposal party, the engagement party, Gabe finds out that Shade is her real name when he had always known her as Simone. And yeah, the two of them go back and forth with the push and the pull of, can I trust you? Do I trust you? Do I want to be with you? I want to be with you, but how do you feel about my business? And da 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 da. And I was just like, ha ha ha. Come to find out that Gabe has some family dynamics that he has unresolved issues for, that come to a head when him and Shade go see his mother. And it, it was a slog to get through this one, but I got through it. Then I read Twisted Debt, which is the Debt Tales #1 by Xavier Neal. This is a dark romance, giving it 3.5 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author, and this is a retelling of, is it Beauty and the Beast? Reimagining, not retelling, reimagining of Beauty and the Beast. We have Elias, who is this big businessman. He ends up taking Zell as the debt for her father. And if you don't like that kind of topic, then probably stay away from this book. But Zell ends up going to live with Elias, and they end up falling in love. And she's then manipulated until she finally puts her foot down, stands up for herself, and walks away from her family to be with Elias. Sorry, but that's the happily ever after that ends up happening, and there's that. Then the next book that I read was Fake It Till We Break It. Yeah. Resort Romances #1 by Tyler Walker. This is supposed to be a rom-com. It's interracial. Didn't like it, hated it, DNF'd it at 41%, giving it 1.5 fans, 0 Steam fans. Had it through ebook through KU. Will not be continuing this series whatsoever. This is a Black author. There is content warnings for parental care, cancer, grief, businesses, things like that. So we have Joseph, who his father is trying to make him marry this woman that is a gold digger that cheated on him, and he refuses. But his father's like, if you don't marry her to mold our families together and build our business even bigger, then you're going to be cut off. And I'm just like, okay, bro, stand up for yourself. But then he also meets Aiden, who is a woman that is trying to keep her family afloat because her mother is in the hospital. Her dad is about to lose their small family business of coffee shops. They had 2 of them. Then her mother got sick, and they had to close down that one, or close down one of them. Now they're trying to work and keep the one that they do have still afloat, but they're about to lose that business. Then come to find out, Joseph and Aiden have actually crossed paths before, and he proposes to her that they fake get engaged and then fake get married, and it just wasn't convincing. By 41%, I should have had some sparks, should have had something, some connection, something. Nothing. And I had to put it down when they got to the wedding night and they hadn't really kissed. Their kiss at the altar was like chasing, and then they get to their hotel suite and they're talking about the oven, and the fact that they're not going to have sex. No, I'm out. I'm done. DNF. The next book that I finished was Villain, which is the first book in the K&K matchmaking standalone series by L. Lauren. This is an erotic interracial novella. Okay. Let me repeat that. This is an erotic interracial novella. Giving it 5 stars, giving it 4.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. There's content warnings for stalking, for what is it? What else did I put? I have no clue. Stalking, criminal activity, bondage play, role play. Okay, so we have Willow, we have Soren. Willow goes on vacation, and she always feels like she's has somebody kind of looking like eyes on her. She has like this little tingle. Someone is watching me. Something's going on. What is going on? Then we have Soren, who is a killer, and he's stalking Willow, and then there's a twist. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I then read Bad Boy, which is the second book that in the series for K&K. This one is written by Casey Martin. This is another erotic paranormal romance novella. Giving it 5 stars, giving it 4.5 Steam fans. Had this as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. This, like I said, paranormal. Laura wants to get out of her rut, and she is slipped the black card from her cousin, and her cousin ends up getting her into this exclusive party of vampires and werewolves and things like that. Laura has stated on her application that she would like to have an experience with a werewolf, and Craig is a alpha wolf that is looking for his mate and ends up going for the same matchmaker. Finally breaks down and is like, he was tired of being a fuck boy, and finally breaks down, goes to the matchmaker. The matchmaker is like, come to this party. Whew! The two of them instantly have that connection, and that is because there are some other secrets that are running within the family in the story. And I was just like, yes, can I have more, please? Can I have more, Casey, please? I would love for you to like expound and give me more, because it was top notch, top tier. Then the next book that I finished was Body Man, which is K&K matchmaking book written by Rena Torres. This is a contemporary novella. Giving it 3.5 stars. I think I might actually, yeah, it's still giving it 3 point. Nope, I'm gonna like change my rating on Goodreads. Sorry. This is just a 3. Because the more I think about it, I'm just like, giving it 3 Steam fans. Why did I say 3 Steam fans? Because it wasn't very steamy either. I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this. So now that I'm thinking about it, I probably need to change that as well. But this is the ebook through KU. There is content warnings for fulfillment of fantasies. We have Aries, who is a high-end classic car, not even just classic cars, but car restorator. And he sees Penny getting on the bus, very buttoned up, very 50s housewife-ish, every single day. And he has a friend that hooks him up with the agency, hooks Penny up with the agency as well, because she is in a job that is male focused. And for her to kind of protect herself, she's very buttoned up, very 50s-ish in her dress and things like that. And Aries finds that attractive, and the two of them are matched, and they go on a date. I can't remember if they actually have. They have to. I guess they have to. And then the last book that I finished that week was Aaron's Patience, which is technically the second book in the Townsend series, but also the first book. They're all connected. They're all connected, by Tiffany Patterson. I have read around Aaron's book for a minute. I know who Aaron is. I love Aaron. Anyways, I'm getting off track. This is IR, or interracial romance, contemporary, giving it 4.5 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans. Had it as an ebook through KU. Black author. We have Patience, who knows Aaron. And why didn't I write any notes down? Not a single note. Not a single note on this. Anyways, Patience is knows Aaron. The two of them have a connection through families, and then once they like split apart for some reason or another, and then they come back together when Patience's dad is in the hospital, and Aaron is still sort of business partners with him, things like that. Aaron has some grief issues that he is dealing with. He has a temperament against people. He's not a people person. And when patient shows up at the hospital to check on her father, in tow comes her twins, who happen to look like Aaron, because yeah. This is also more of a romantic suspense, because there is a stalker that's involved. And there is a little bit of a mystical, spiritual feel to it as well. And I was like, yes. And in my review, I put, I knew I loved you before I met you. That's how I feel about these Townsends. I knew I would love Aaron, and the family, because I already knew them. I knew them. So there's that. So what am I currently reading for the second half of August? P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which is the second book in the All the Boys I've Loved Before series. I'm also reading Full Rush by Janice Dixon. Ice, which is the first Sin City Motorcycle Club book by, I think it's Michelle Prince. I believe that's how we say her name. Then I also want to get to Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop, and Jaceel by J. Dale. So those are the books that I am currently reading. Alrighty, like I said, the last week, well, the second to last week, first week of school for kiddo, I will be doing lives over on TikTok. I will try and get this video out before then, because I'll have time. I will have time to edit and things like that. So there is that. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was so long, and I will see you in another video. Bye. If you come with me tonight.